like, you know.
All right, here we go.
Great.
We're started. All right. Hey. So this is a different thing than my vlog, but I wanted to do this because I thought it'd be fun. And luckily today I am joined by two of my fellow teachers. This is, well, why don't you introduce yourself?
Do I have to say my name?
No, this is Doo-Doo.
Thanks a lot.
This is Little Potato.
Not Irish.
Not Irish. That's what makes it funny. All right, and the reason for this video today is to talk about Superman or Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice. Batman gets top billing.
Yep.
Yeah,
Batman
like he should.
Like he should. Like he
Yeah,
deserves.
like he deserves.
Superman does not deserve it.
So we have right off the bat, we're not giving any slack.
Wow.
This is going to be quite Superman critical. No, I don't know.
I'm back right now.
But so we got our Batman, our Superman, and our Wonder Woman here, and what we're gonna do in this video is we're going to just talk about the general what our feelings were about the movie, and we'll make another video that'll have spoilers. So this is a spoiler-free video, even though there's like probably a million videos already out spoiling everything about the movie, and the trailer already did that job for us.
Yep.
So, all right. So to start off, thoughts and feelings on the story. Let's start with Luke. Little Potato here. Because Little Potato do you want me to call you Little Potato or Luke?
Just call me.
Alright, so Luke here.
It's easier that way.
Luke isn't, it doesn't really do, you don't read comics, right?
Nope, not at all.
No comics. So he doesn't have any knowledge of the,
Just The Dark Knight. That's all I know.
You read The Dark Knight or you've seen
trilogy.
it? So he's
movies.
seen the Batman movie. Was it Christopher Nolan?
Christopher
Yeah, so the
Nolan.
Christopher Nolan
That's it.
Batmans, but that's all Luke has for me and Susanna have at least a little bit more knowledge about. So I want to know, so what do you think about the story and the movie as a whole?
The story seemed really intriguing at first.
Yeah.
And then it kind of petered out after that. I think because it was more about Batman at the beginning.
Was it?
I think more
Yeah.
about Batman, yeah. It was more about his character. I think he had the most interesting character in the film. And I think that's what I like the most, but Superman is kind of meh.
Well, I mean, I guess you could it's a continuation of the Man of Steel too.
It just didn't feel like that.
Yeah, and I haven't seen that movie,
mean,
so I didn't
I
know.
don't
what
wanna
was
interrupt,
about.
but-
No, that's fine. Interject whenever you want.
There was that chunk kind of in the middle that felt like the Man of Steel sequel that it's trying to be, but because you have all this Batman stuff, I know it's Batman v Superman, but still I don't know if the two stories really work together in its entirety. Like, I think the arc they were going with Man of Steel was interesting, but going back and forth just was very jarring, especially with the other stuff that they threw in. It just felt like a mess, honestly. And I know everyone is saying it feels like a mess.
Right.
And that's kind of redundant.
Yeah. I mean, it's our video. We're gonna say what we want.
In the end.
So you know, you made the comment about the story, but as a movie in a whole, I mean, as just a movie goer, how would you?
First time it was entertaining, but you have to walk away from the hype and all that. If you get with the hype, it's not good. But if you if you look at it as just a normal movie you're going to, it's entertaining the first time. Seeing it the second time was maybe a little too much.
Right, yeah.
But
So just to note, we've seen it twice now. We saw it once last week, and we went back tonight and saw it. And refresh, indulge, whatever you want to call it.
I honestly, it did feel, I both enjoyed it more the second time and it felt more boring the second time. Like, I enjoyed it more because I think I knew what to expect, so I knew I was going to be disappointed. So the elements that I had liked the first time, I liked even more, but in general, it did feel a lot more boring the second time.
Yeah, I was ready to fall asleep multiple times.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, I kept like seeing out the corner of my eye, he was just like, and just like,
Exhausting.
I was worried you were sick or something.
Nope, totally fine.
And then all of a sudden the guitar riff came and all of a sudden Luke is awake.
Yep, it's okay again.
Alright.
So I think Batman was the most interesting character
I
in
agree.
this movie.
He was very compelling.
Yeah.
Good. So you really liked
Ben
Ben
Affleck
Affleck,
did a great
A++
job.
job. Like, I like his Bruce Wayne better than Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne. I think Batman maybe they have different styles of Batman.
Very
His
different.
Bruce Wayne, like I felt his character more. Whereas Christian Bale's was always just kind of fluffy, as far as just.
Well, it was a caricature almost.
Yeah, but it was definitely more of that Playboy. I guess maybe just it's the contrast between the Playboy version of Bruce Wayne, where now this Bruce Wayne feels very much like he's been through it for
Yeah.
as
Yeah,
he said in the
this
movie,
is-
20 years.
Right.
He's been doing this.
This is kind of like the Dark Knight.
This is
not Batman.
exactly. So it's more that dark.
So he's seen something. I mean,
Yeah.
he's doing the branding.
The branding.
That's fine, right?
I think so.
We can
That's
talk
a-
about
that's a
that.
very
That's
good
not.
thing.
Yeah, it's nothing important.
Sorry.
It's nothing.
It's not a major
No,
plot point.
No,
it's
no,
just
no. It should be fine.
it's within the
But
first
yeah,
10 minutes, I think.
he's doing darker stuff. He's
Yeah.
and we'll get to that point.
Well, darker stuff.
Well, yeah. Would you say that was like one of the kind of more irritating things about the movie? Is this this
That-
dark,
Yeah,
oppressive
it's more dark,
style that they're trying to do?
what
Like,
they do, how
Well,
they do it.
That and
Colors.
also like especially
No colors or lack
since
thereof.
we mentioned the branding already, that happens and that's like what Superman freaks out about. Like this is something that people keep harping on. I'm like, yeah, that is very. It's a lot darker, but is that really all that bad?
Mhm.
He's not murdering them. He's not.
no, but I think his problem was with like this is no. We'll talk about it a little bit more in
Yeah.
the because that does actually go into a little bit more plot and like whatnot.
Mhm.
But yeah, so it's a lot darker
It's a lot darker.
than and it's not like they did it in a good way and you kind of it's just like this is kind of it's like that edgy kid or the kid in like high school that's trying to be edgy
Mhm.
and like
A little bit.
hitting all the notes that like he thinks that like will make him look edgy and it just makes him look kind of doofy
It's too dark. Yeah.
and you're like you're kind of worried about it.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
that's,
worried.
yeah, it's just very oppressive. The whole thing
Mhm.
is very oppressive. There's no light. There's no joy in this movie.
Yeah.
There's little tiny moments
Tiny
of
bits of joy. Yeah.
teensy bits of humor.
Alfred
but
as
as
well.
we
Yeah.
mentioned before when we were talking, that Alfred and Perry, both the only two people that any have sort of jokes as
Mhm.
such. It's all sarcastic humor. It's not
Mhm.
like
Laugh out loud. Yeah.
it's not
Laugh
like
out
it's just
loud.
okay. I mean, it's good. Those moments are nice.
No, yeah,
'cause
I
it's
mean,
like,
well, you're like,
Very
oh god,
Oh, I
it's
get
why is everything so dark?
oh yeah, you laugh. I get to laugh. So I don't
There
get to
is
laugh
joy.
much.
There
in
is
this
hope in the
movie.
world.
It exists. I thought in this universe it didn't.
But it's not like self-deprecating humor. It's not like
Mhm.
happy humor. It's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
making fun of a horrible situation
Mhm.
You're
humor.
like,
Very
oh,
dark. Yeah.
you get first class tickets. No, you get economy tickets.
Yeah.
Oh.
Airlines.
40 people died. Well, that joke was sad. And there's a couple of, another thing that this movie kind of fails with, and we'll talk about this a little bit more in the spoiler one, but like, they're really just trying to do too much with this
Oh, yeah.
movie.
Mhm.
Like,
So many things going on.
Suzanne has said this quite a couple of times, but like, I think they're freaking out because, Marvel's got this whole like, universe already set up and like, DC's really late to the game and they're like, this movie really shows them like trying really hard to catch up to everyone else and it really makes the movie feel a little convoluted.
It makes it feel desperate. Just like,
Yeah.
please accept that we were just as good.
Guys, look, there's so many characters. Remember in the Marvel movies when they did that thing and that character showed up? We did it too!
It just feels cheaper because like if you just took your time and invested, we would enjoy it. Like give us some credit. If you just throw characters at us, it doesn't feel as. The way I think it worked for Marvel is they took their time and they have this phases like multiple phases all set up. So when things pop up, you're like, yeah, getting excited. This is just. Here, take them all.
Wonder Woman,
giving it to you.
Doomsday, Batman, Alfred, Apocalypse, Darkseid, Mother Box, Cyborg, maybe Hispanic Barry Allen. Maybe.
Cisco Barry Allen.
Yeah, Cisco Barry Allen.
Cisco and Barry Allen had a child, and Cisco Allen.
Weird. Mike's reviews do not condone. M. Prague. Yeah, but just a lot going on. Like, from a comic point of view, there's like 3 different comic series that they're trying to get through. So you got like the founding of the Justice League, you have the death of Superman / Doomsday, Well, I guess those are synonymous with Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that.
Or Doomsday, I guess, and then you have Batman versus Superman. So it's like 3 different stories, and like it really makes it feel kind of like 3 different movies that you're watching.
Oh yeah.
And then you're kind of getting the remnants of I mean, because most people through like Man of Steel, you haven't seen it, but like most people through Man of Steel are like, wow, there's a lot of like collateral damage going on. Is he gonna like? Is there any ramifications to this?
Which, that's why I think that really worked. They should address that, and I'm glad they did. And that would have been a fascinating story if that was the Man of Steel sequel by itself. That would have been, I think, preferable. Because my problem with Man of Steel was, that and this movie, I'm not invested in Superman. Like his characterization, and that was rushed as well. You don't see his origin story the same as you do in other things, so. But that's Man of Steel, so that's something different.
And I also have to say,
about that.
how many times do we have to watch the Waynes die?
Oh my gosh.
So many times.
Well, I guess.
So many times.
Did I have to die?
So no, you needed that for that. I won't spoil it, but that
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
That moment, you need it for that moment. That's the only reason that existed.
Yeah,
So actually,
there is a specific moment. We'll address it in the second video.
You had to have his show.
But like,
His parents die because there's a moment where.
there's other people that have said this, but like, how many times
Yeah.
in Batman movies have we seen the pearls hit the ground?
Well, at least in this version, they're not going down a dark alley. Like you obviously probably shouldn't be wandering around. They're literally outside the theater.
Oh yeah. That's...
So at least they
Well,
were.
wait, where are the people? We'll talk about
It's
it.
gone.
Oh, there's another muggin. Oh crap, it's the Waynes. Okay, well, crap. This is embarrassing. We'll talk about that in the spoiler version. But what else can we? That's non-spoilery.
Wonder Woman's great.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's
So-
great.
She works. I think.
We don't get a lot of her, but
No,
they're
which-
very much in getting you interested.
Which you shouldn't, because again,
No,
it's not
yeah.
about her.
Right.
So,
Who is
I mean,
kind of
Who is it
confused in
about?
that respect. Like, who are we really trying to focus on here?
yeah, and that's it. Does make you wonder. Like for me, because I know about Wonder Woman, like I guess for all of us, it's cool to get a little taste of her. But for audiences that don't know anything about any of these people, she's gonna feel very. I'm assuming would feel very strange. Like, who is this random person with the
Yeah.
armor?
She's some dudes. She's hot. So she's bruh.
Well, that goes
Too
without
rough.
saying.
Bruh, check that chick out. Oh my god. Oh, bruh. She just like with the shield, the sword. Oh, dude, she's such a babe. That's all they need. That's for the dude bros watching, because you're definitely not watching.
Saying that for you.
Don't pick me up.
It's kind of. I heard some other people mention this, and I do agree with them that when she's first introduced, she doesn't look like she could be Wonder Woman because she's just very.
I thought she was Talia
Because she's
Ghul.
not. I did too. I thought she was someone else,
yeah.
and then I realized no, that has to be Wonder Woman, and then because of her color scheme too that they had her wearing.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I didn't notice those things.
No, that's fine.
But-
That works. That's
But
fine.
because physically she just looks very thin. I mean, she looks very pretty, but
She looks buffer when she has the armor.
I know,
Yeah.
and that's what that was like. So when she was actually wearing the armor, like,
Big
no,
muscles.
she looks like Wonder Woman. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't really tell that she looks like a stick. Whereas an Amazon should be maybe a little more.
Yeah.
buff.
She looks like a stick. I knew it.
I mean, she's very, very, very pretty, but no, she looks really great as Wonder Woman, I thought. I think it worked. She did look very strong.
What did you guys think of Jesse Eisenberg? Because I know that was, I mean, Ben Affleck was one of the things of controversy,
Yeah.
but he did a good job.
Yes, I
He did a
think
good
he
job.
did a
He
job.
really earned his position
He was
as
my
Batman.
favorite part of the movie.
But another one that I personally kind of was like, really?
Yeah.
Was Jesse Eisenberg as, is it Lex Luthor or is it like,
son?
is he like his son? It wasn't really clear on what he was.
his son,
I think it's
right?
just they're both Lex Luthor. It's
Yeah.
his father. I don't know.
Started
I don't know
that.
if what they're going with is his father is what we think of as Lex Luthor, and this is just Lex Luthor 2, where this is going to be our Lex Luthor. I don't know what they're going for. I don't know if older Lex, his father, would have been that bald guy we always consider to be Lex Luthor, because especially since
We'll get to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But what did you guys think of him?
I thought he was Mark Zuckerberg from Social Network. I thought he was the same character.
Having not seen that movie, does Mark Zuckerberg always go
Yeah, I think
Does
he's
he?
pretty much the same person.
Oh my god.
Maybe I'm remembering wrong, but
We'll get into that too in the
he's
spoilers.
pretty much the same person.
Because that's something. I mean, that's a little bit plotty, or maybe it's
I
something.
don't think it's plotting to talk
But-
about his mannerisms.
Yeah. Okay. So then, one thing I felt like Jesse Eisenberg in this movie, he would have felt better as maybe the Joker
Or the Riddler.
or the Riddler. Yes, the
Yeah,
Riddler.
I think he should have been the Riddler.
Yeah. So like this
Would've
guy
been
that's very
perfect casting
intelligent,
choice. Exactly.
but very unhinged.
Yes.
But as the Lex, I don't know. I just wasn't because when I think of Lex Luthor, when I think of the animated series and the comic books, I think of a guy that's able to hide his like inner rage and like insanity
Exactly.
under like this mask of cool, calm
Exactly.
collectedness, and like Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor, it's like
exact
always
opposite.
bubbling over, and you're like, what the crap, dude? Who are you fooling? How hasn't someone like arrested you yet?
Well,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
guess we can't talk about. It's just that scene where you first meet Wonder Woman. That scene where he's giving a speech.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. It's not really a big. It's just that's more of his character, I guess. Not really a plot.
right.
Just the way he's acting, though. Does no one? I mean, a couple people were giving him odd looks, but that speech that he's made. Does no one look at that and go, something's
This guy's
wrong with that
crazy."
kid? Just.
He needs help now.
I think he needs help. He's just like.
he's like, and then to be powerless with knowledge, but that's a paradox. And everyone's just like,
I was just okay.
end of speech, yay, Lex
Yeah.
Luthor, all right,
Is everyone
cool.
just saying, "Oh, he's just a genius"?
Yeah,
So those geniuses, they're so
They're just
silly.
crazy.
It's so eccentric, but no, Jesse Eisenberg's character was, in all honesty though, I enjoyed him. Like,
Yeah.
it was fun watching him. He was threatening,
He was definitely intimidating.
but it was not the, and it's a new movie, so like maybe they're just trying to reinvent the character,
Which is okay, I suppose.
They can do that with like cinematic universe and all that junk that comes along with our wonderful period we're living in right now.
Mhm.
But it just was really jarring because if you grew up on the Justice League and Batman and Superman, the animated series, and all those other DC properties and the comics, like I said, you're used to a Lex Luthor that's more calm, more collected, and wears a mask of suave that hides the insanity and like the rage underneath. And I don't know, at least for the Justice League, it's more rage than it is insanity.
Yeah.
So like there's just this really pungent hate, but with Jesse Eisenberg, it's more resentment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's not even like fully directed at it's not really fully directed at Superman.
No.
It's kind of like he's angry at his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
we'll talk about it, but there's
that's
things that point to that. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I think we could. That'll be enough for the first.
Yeah.
So just to end the spoiler-free video, what would you give Superman or Batman versus Superman?
So like on a what scale?
A B C D.
Oh.
First time I watched it, B-.
All right.
Second time I watched it, maybe a D- if I'm feeling
Ooh.
great.
Oh wow.
Maybe a F.
Well, I mean, you were falling asleep,
That's
so yeah.
sweet. It was pretty painful until Wonder Woman came and the music. We'll talk about the music
Yeah,
later.
we'll get to
It was
that.
the music that got me back.
Yeah. No. Just be honest. It was Wonder Woman.
It was Wonder Woman.
She brings me back all the time, every time.
Anyway, we'll get to that.
For me, first time, I think I give it a C, and second time, still a C. It really didn't change for me. Like I was bored, but I was also it's like a break-even film for me. Like it's not doing bad things per se. It's just kind of a little convoluted, and I don't know. I was interested enough.
Yeah.
Like they set up some things that I was like, oh, okay, I could get invested in the DC universe, but there's some things I was just like, oh, sweet mother of God.
Yeah, I think for me it was like I'm excited about the future stuff. That looks cool, but if it's the same as this movie,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
There's a
painful
feeling
to
of
watch.
dread. Like I'm really excited for what they're going towards, unless it's going to be more of the same, and then maybe not.
All right.
I guess I think the first time I would definitely give it a C-. Like it's hard for me to hate movies. There's not many movies that I really hate, so I think it is more in the middle. I think second time probably C+.
Oh, so it went up for you.
It did go up for me.
Alright.
Again, yeah, it felt more draggy the second time, but
It's gonna be hard to upload.
it did feel a little better the second time.
Alright. Well, that is the spoiler-free review. Join us if you're interested and you're not irritated by the sounds of our voices in
Good luck.
the spoiler one, which we'll be talking a little bit more about the story and the characters and some little Easter eggs and stuff. One little glaring bit of hope, just to go out on. Zack Snyder will not be directing the next film, so we might have something different.
I
But
wish they had decided that after Man of Steel, but okay.
if you haven't seen the movie, I recommend going to see it because from what I've gained, it's different for every person.
Seeing.
Yeah, and it's worth seeing.
It's worth seeing once.
It's a mess, but it's worth seeing.
Right.
Because there are when it's good, I think it's very good.
Mhm.
It's just when it's bad, it's
very bad.
very bad.
All right. Well, we will see you in the spoiler review, unless you're leaving because you're done with this video. Then, I highly recommend YouTubing, Not the Future, which is a bad lip reading of the Star Wars series.
Oh.
Bye.